everyone, happy Friday. We're gonna find out if these girls are actually true friends now or the mean girls that we think they are. You guys had some good problems and solutions. They were pretty good. I think Michael is a little bit on the right track, so let's see what happens. So we ended up with the girls saying that Alice said to her bunkmates, Tally and, what was her name? Rhea, that they're just jealous of her. So now we're sitting at the table again. And remember, they were talking about the boys, and she's hanging out with all the girls. And so let's see what happens now. True, Alice had heard a few conversations stop when she got to the table, had heard bursts of unpleasant laughter after she got up to get more hummus or more loaf. Her body would tense at the sound, her hair on the back of her neck prickling as she saw the Steves and Jessica and Carrie and Kara and Christy with their heads all held together whispering. She told herself not to be suspicious. The girls had not been nothing but nice to her. When she came back to the table, Steve would scoot over and pat an empty seat next to him. She stuck by Jessica's side, avoiding the cabin, avoiding Tally and Rhea, who clearly were jealous of Alice's new friends when they tried to warn her away. They're just using you, Tally would say, giving Alice her most sincere look with her eyes watering from whatever pollen was flying through the air and her hands full of whatever dress she was making. Maybe you're just jealous that they're not using you, Alice finally muttered. There was a loud noise as Rhea on the top bunk slammed her thick on the fence book and jumped from the bed. Tally is not jealous, and neither am I. Those girls are shallow and mean, and they don't want to be your friends. How do you know? Alice's face was hot, and she was really getting embarrassed and very angry. Her body was growing bigger than it normally was. It's so crazy that there are people in the world who actually like me and want to be my friends. It's not crazy, but not those girls. They are not real. They are really mean. If they don't want to be my friend, then why do they want to spend time with me? Oh, God, this is for real, Alice thought. She had to keep telling herself that. Finally, after all the years of misery, she found a place that maybe she fit in, and people who could see beyond her exterior, past the giant hands and the wild hair, could see inside that she was funny, clever, and beautiful. Or maybe not beautiful, but at least the same as they were, and she was going to be late. 2 weeks after they had their first eating meal with Jessica and her friends, Alice was sitting between Kara and Christy at the table when Jessica beckoned them all close. We should get all dressed up and go down by the lake and meet the boys, Jessica said with her eyebrows arched. Alice felt icy prickles along her skin. She swallowed so hard. So far, she'd only worn shorts and a t-shirt and leggings, a modest one-piece bathing suit, and a long-sleeve rash guard if she went swimming. What was she going to wear? She doesn't have anything. Don't worry, Jessica giggled. It's completely dark. I'll find you something to wear. That'll fit you, and we will get you all ready. Don't worry, Steve will be there. Alice had nothing in her closet, and she thought about Tally maybe making her something, but she already upset Tally. So now she just had to trust in these new friends and have them dress her up and make her up and do her hair. But Christy said, I don't know. It sounds like it'll be cold. It's dark. It's kind of scary. Jessica patted. Oh, come on. Don't be a party pooper. What about you, Alice? Are you in? I'm in, Alice said. And Jessica applauded. That night, Alice followed the other girls to the edge of the water after they made her all up. They hid behind trees and waited for the Steves to come. There, they left all their belongings and the flashlight. On Jessica's command, they went dashing through into the darkness. It was cloudy, moonless night. The darkness of the sky and the water was so complete that Alice could hardly see her own arms and legs. So she stood there, rocking back and forth, waiting for Steve to come. The other girls said, we're just going to go get something. And they ran off. So she sat there, hoping and waiting, sat on a rock, waiting and listening. Then she heard the laughter at the edge of the water. Alice turned around to see who was laughing and whispering and then all of a sudden started running away. All of a sudden she heard, "Hey," she called. "You guys, hey, where'd you go?" She couldn't see anything. It was so dark. They stole her shoes and they stole the flashlight. "Yay, you guys, what am I going to do? Where are you?" Alice couldn't see anything. She was frantic. "Alice," that was Jessica and her culture. "Oh, Alice, you can't stay down there forever. Come out and we'll give you your stuff to make it home." Uh-oh. So all along they were tricking her. So she stood there, tears stinging in her eyes. They were just using her. Rhea and Tally were right. She should have listened to them. So now she stood there frantically trying to feel her way around. Thank God she had been in these woods a lot. And she just heard them laughing and laughing, and she just started to cry. So she walked around and around until she found like a path, and she finally made it back to the cabin. She was shaking all over by the time she arrived, filthy and wet, and she's trying so hard not to cry. She was all dirty with twigs, and her feet were full of mud and yuck. And Tally woke up as soon as Alice came in the door, and so did Rhea. "Oh my goodness, what happened? Alice, are you all right?" they said. "Leave me alone," Alice said, turning on the shower and yanking the curtain shut, too ashamed to look at them and see pity on their faces, or to hear them say, "I told you so." Oh boy, I wonder what's going to happen next. Poor Alice. I feel so bad for her. Wonder what's going to happen. The next chapter is chapter 10 with Millie. So we'll see what Millie's up to. So I'm thinking this is going to get good. I'm thinking they're going to find one another. That's my prediction. What do you guys think? You guys have a happy Friday, a great weekend, and I will see you on Monday. I hope you enjoyed the story. Keep reading, relax, enjoy your family. I miss you guys. Be safe.